So lately I've been hung up on a certain song. Next on the Metal Pulpit. Thanks for joining me for another Metal Pulpit. And yeah, the song I'm hung up on is off U2's album, No Line on the Horizon. And the song is called Moment of Surrender. Now, this song is like 7.5 minutes long, and the lyrics just, they keep coming back to it. I actually forget about the song, and then when my Apple Music is in shuffle mode, that song will come up, and I'm just mesmerized by it each time. And what it is, it's a song about a junkie that comes to a spiritual faith crisis, and in the moment of surrender, he's folding to his knees and ends up finding new life. You know, this reminds me a lot of the story in Mark chapter 10, the story of the rich man. You know, it's interesting because he has this conversation with Jesus, and right away the rich man says, I've been following basically the 10 commandments since I was a kid. And at that point, Jesus kind of gives him that look like, oh, bless your heart. He goes, but if you really want to follow me, sell all your possessions. And at that moment, the rich man had to make a decision. But scriptures say that his face literally fell or was let down, that he just couldn't do that. One of the things I'm finding in my life as I am approaching the 50-year marker, I'm 4 years away from it, is that I still struggle to surrender things to God. Now, I got saved as when I was 9 years old at a Royal Ranger campout. Royal Rangers is a faith-based Boy Scout program through the Assemblies of God. That's how I was raised. And still to this day, I still have times where I just struggle to surrender things. You know, this is no mystery that since 2020 started, it actually started off really good. New Year's Eve party, a lot of good things, but by the end of January, I ended up facing different health ailments. And I'm finding myself getting more and more beat down by these things. Now, we could look at that one or two ways, and let me point out to you that my story could very well be your story. Oh, you may not have health ailments, but you may have things in your own life that you are struggling with and finding hard to surrender. Let me go on. It's easy to look at somebody that's going through situations like mine or like you may have gone through and say, well, where's your faith, brother? Have you tried praying? Have you tried doing all of these other things? Have you tried going to church? For me, I'm a pastor. I go to church every Sunday. All right. And it's not a matter of faith. It's not a matter of, I need to read scripture more. It's not a matter of, maybe you shouldn't cuss as much, or maybe you shouldn't watch so many movies. Maybe you should spend more time in devotionals. You know, maybe you should crack open one of these books. That's not the issue. Like me, like you, your faith is probably well intact, but it's easy to get hung up on ailments. It's easy to get hung up on situations in life and dwell on them and wonder and panic and think about these things. All throughout Scripture, this happened. It started with the very beginning. It was with Moses at the burning bush. God said, Moses, I want you to lead my children out. And Moses didn't say, oh, golly gee, yes, I'll do it. No, he instantly met God with questions. And I don't know that I'm the right one. He was failing to surrender that moment to God. And so what I have to say is very elementary. It's a very, very basic teaching that many pastors preach. A lot of them fail at practicing it. I know I have struggles with this as well. But maybe you and I, we can hold each other accountable. Maybe you and I can pray for one another to surrender the moment that we're in to God, so that when we do symbolically or actually fall to our knees and surrender to God, that he shows up, makes a difference in our situation, and we move on from there. So that's it. That's it. If you get a chance, dial up U2. Listen to the song Moment of Surrender. If you want to go even further, look up the meaning behind that song. It's powerful. But at the same time, do your part. I'll do my part. And say, God, these moments I surrender to you. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where this is going. I'm ready to give up. I'm ready to tap out. I'm ready to do all of these things. But God, one more time, I'm going to surrender it to you and watch what happens. It could be a very powerful thing. Email me your thoughts, your questions, prayer requests. PastorBobAdams@gmail.com, and I will get back to you. Have a good day.